Welcome back to DK Sports Radio. You're listening to The Steelers Show. I'm Chris Carter, NFL analyst, here with Dale Lolley, NFL beat writer, and we're coming back at you. Dale, how you doing this week?
I'm doing great. Draft's almost here.
Draft is almost
couple weeks
here.
away.
Couple weeks. We've been doing a lot of work. Dale, you did a mock draft recently. I guess that's what we're going to lead off with today. In the mock draft, you had the Steelers selecting Ronnie Harrison, strong safety out of Alabama. Ronnie Harrison, big guy. He's like 6'3", like 215, 210 around.
He's Telvin Smith size.
Yeah, I mean he's big and he knows how to use his size. He played all 4 years at Alabama
as a starter.
And that should be known. Everyone's looking at Minkah Fitzpatrick, but why do you think that the Steelers should be taking a look at this guy as opposed to a pure center fielding free safety?
Well, I think in today's game you're looking for those hybrid type players, Chris, and I think if you're looking to replace Ryan Shazier and you're not going to get a true inside linebacker to do that, you look at how some of the teams fill those spots, and they do so with a cover safety or a strong safety type, a Deion Buchanan. You look at the kid from Florida who's now in Atlanta. Keanu O'Neal.
Yeah, that guy really came through for them.
Yeah, and so there's a spot for those kind of guys in this league. I think, if you can bring them up and play them in the box and they give you more coverage ability against the bigger tight ends, and at 6'3", 215 pounds, he certainly does that. But he also gives you that tackling, stopping ability. And so I think, if you move him up and let him play some nickel and dime safety for you, he gets on the field right away. He helps you in your run defense. He helps you in your pass defense. And, if you're not going to get a shot at a Leighton Vander Esch or a Raquan Smith, this is the next best thing.
Yeah, I think that's an important side. And here's the thing: is like you said, Ronnie Harrison could play in the box and be that effective linebacker on those passing downs. And even I think on those early downs, when you play a team like the Patriots that loves to spread you out, use 3 receiver sets or bring out 2 tight ends, and you need a guy that can cover the pass and be aggressive against the run. And that's something that Harrison, he was not afraid to throw himself into the mix or come up. I mean, I saw him. I did my own film study of him in Carter's classroom. And one thing that you saw, he would be playing deep. He'd be playing 10, 15 yards off the ball. And if he saw a run, he would fly up to the line of scrimmage and be there to make a play. I think there's a lot of merit. And once you get a Ronnie Harrison in there, I think he can start day one. Of course, I'm not saying start over Sean Davis and Morgan Burnett because I think both those guys need to be in the starting lineup. Look at me. But when you're talking about what the Steelers are going to be trying to do, and Keith Butler with the rotation of defensive backs and how they play with sub packages, I think that could present a really good challenge to quarterbacks and who's covering where.
Yeah, and if you look at what they do, you talk about the base defense. Well, they only play the base defense 25, 26, 27% of the time. Look at the New England Patriots. Patrick Chung is listed as a safety, but is realistically a linebacker.
He just plays in the box 24/7.
Yeah. So, they play with 3 safeties on the field pretty much all the time. That's today's NFL because this is much more of a passing league now than it's ever been before, and you've got to be able to combat that as a defensive team, and the one way to do that is to have a guy who's capable of being a cover guy and being a guy who can also play the run. That was the great thing about having a Ryan Shazier.
Yeah.
He's 6'1", 230 pounds.
He was basically a safety that was a linebacker.
Yeah, people wanted to keep moving. Boy, why don't they move him to safety? Why don't they move him to safety?
He basically was one. They just didn't say it.
Yeah, I mean, he made plays at all 3 levels of the field. This is what a guy like a Ronnie Harrison can do for you.
Yeah, I think Ronnie Harrison is an interesting pick. I think if he's there, he's certainly one that they're going to have on the radar. I don't know if he's there. Okay, let me put it to you this way.
Depends on who else is there as well.
Would you take him or Justin Reed?
That's a tough one.
Justin Reed got 4.4 flat speed,
and Justin Reed's a different kind of safety. Right. Justin Reed played a lot of the slot at Stanford. And so he also played some deep center field at times. He's also capable of playing all over the field, but he doesn't have the size that Ronnie Harrison does, and he's not the tackler that Ronnie Harrison is.
He's definitely not that.
Yeah, so I think depending on what you're looking for, if I'm looking for somebody to help that run defense and be a solid tackler in the run game, I'm taking Harrison.
Okay, there you go. Dale says taking Harrison.
Take them both.
That'd be nice if you could just take them both. Before we get to this break, got to remind you of our good friends at Henny Jewelers, sponsoring always our Steelers coverage here on DK Sports Radio. Henny Jewelers, your jewelers on Walnut Street in Shadyside. Henny Jewelers, your jewelers for life. But we will be right back, continuing to talk about the Steelers, the draft, and things that have been going on in the NFL right after these messages.
Miller Lite is the original light beer, and we'll always brew it to have more taste, with only 96 calories and 3.2 carbs. Because we believe that if you compromise on taste, you can taste the compromise. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2018 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis, 12 fluid ounces. Less than 1 gram protein, 0 grams fat.
If you're one of the thousands of Western Pennsylvanians who love to get outdoors, then you need to check out this cool new website, stepoutside.org. Learn where, when, and how you can go camping, hiking, or hunting, or take part in power sports, shooting sports, or water sports in your local community or across the country at stepoutside.org, where everything you need to know is just a click away. That's stepoutside.org.
What I want from my public accounting firm is big ideas.
But I don't want to lose the personal attention.
My company needs global capabilities.
From a firm with local ownership.
And I want to work with industry experts.
Who take the time to understand my unique challenges. And that's what sets Schneider Downs apart. Expertise for the most complex business issues. With the service you need every day. To learn how our big thinking with a personal focus can help your company, visit schneiderdowns.com.
Injured in an accident? Need assistance in preserving your business's interests? Let the attorneys at Bassey, Vreeland & Associates protect your legal rights. For over 65 years, Bassey, Vreeland & Associates has been representing the citizens and businesses of southwestern Pennsylvania. With offices strategically located in Washington and Charleroi, Bassey, Vreeland & Associates can deliver results for you throughout the Pittsburgh area. Visit www.bmvlaw.com or call 724-228-7000 to see how Bassey, Vreeland & Associates can meet your legal needs. Bassey, Vreeland & Associates. We fight, we care, we win.
Welcome back to DK Sports Radio. You're listening to The Steelers Show. Chris Carter, NFL analyst, here with Dale Lolley, NFL beat writer. And as always, Steelers coverage brought to you by Henny Jewelers. Henny Jewelers, your jewelers on Walnut Street in Shadyside. Henny Jewelers, your jewelers for life. Thanks, Henny, for always being supporting of our Steelers coverage here on DK Sports Radio. But moving forward, we're going to twist it up a little bit today. We're going to do something different. We're going to play a game. And it's a game, Dale. You're going to be with me, and it's called Going Deep on Twitter. The goal is of this game, we're going to have a tweet from a Steeler, could be current, could be former, going into deep thought or, trying to say some things on Twitter, and we have to guess which player said this.
You've been around these guys, right?
Yes, I have. Well, not as long as you. You've been made a career. I finally got into the locker room this year, so we're gonna see.
I'm just saying, deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts. Yeah, but hey man, these guys, they're some thinkers, and people try to discredit it. There's a lot of strategy that goes into playing Fortnite. That game is tough. So, when we talk about some of these guys that play that game, there's some thinking going on there. So let's start out with a sample question.
We get dropped in the lake or on the shore. I'm shocked that I know that.
That's actually very good of you to know that about Fortnite. Okay, but so what's going to happen is we're going to have the tweet read to us. Voice of Twitter. What is our tweet today?
Y'all ever realize when we go to sleep, it's like the bed is the phone charger and we are the iPhones?
Well, Chris, I can look at that and think about this. Who would say y'all?
Who would say y'all? That can cut some people off the roster.
That cuts some of the northern guys out of it.
Right. Roethlisberger wouldn't say that.
I know Ben Roethlisberger doesn't use Twitter, so he has somebody that Twitters for him.
There you go.
I'm going to say that is Vince Williams.
Well, I can tell you, Dale, that is incorrect. This is not Vince or formerly Vince Williams.
No,
he gives some really good deep thoughts, but we're not leading off with him. We'll get into Vince later.
Can I get a hint?
You'll get a hint. Okay, so he is a current player on the Steelers roster.
Y'all ever realize when we go to sleep, it's like the bed is the phone charger, and we are the iPhones?
Well, that narrows it down to 52 other guys.
I said it could
and I know it's not Roethlisberger because he doesn't tweet.
So you get another shot here. There's another hint.
That's way too deep a thought for Antonio Brown.
I'm not saying anything.
Is it Antonio Brown?
No, it's not.
Okay, that's not my guess.
That's
not my guess. That's not. That was a that was a hint.
That was a hint. Yeah, there you go. All
okay,
right,
so it's a current Steeler.
Current Steeler.
Can we go offense or defense?
That's your second hint. You'll get one more hint after that one. It is offense.
An offensive player.
Y'all ever realize when we go to sleep, it's like the bed is the phone charger, and we are the iPhones?
Well, I know David DeCastro doesn't tweet.
Okay.
I know that Al Villanueva doesn't really tweet. I'm going to guess Martavis Bryant.
Incorrect. You have one final guess, sir.
Okay.
Y'all ever realize when we go to sleep, it's like the bed is the phone charger, and we are the iPhones?
And current Steeler.
Yes.
And this is exciting radio. I'm sure people are on their seats about it.
Right.
Pins and needles out there. Who could it be? Who could this deep thinker be? Who? What conference did he play college football in?
That gives it away.
Oh, does it?
Pac-12.
Pac-12. A Pac-12 offensive player. Pac-12 offensive player. Wow, now I really got to think about this.
You get 10 seconds, man.
That would be Juju Smith-Schuster.
You are correct. There's your answer.
Boom!
Dale wins going deep on Twitter. I told you he was going to give it away. So you have to think about who's from the Pac-12 on this offense. The one guy. But yes, that was Juju Smith-Schuster being deep about sleeping and how the bed is the charger and we are the iPhones. It's a good point, though, because I need my bed to charge me up.
It's not really a good point. No, it's not.
Listen, man, don't down.
That's that millennial bullcrap.
Hey, I'm a millennial, so it's not bullcrap. There you go. Well, so that was going deep on Twitter. That was our fun segment for the day. We'll be back at this as we continue this show. Millennials. Hey, that's my generation. Calm down. Anyways, let's get into some more Steelers talk. Dale, we talked about.
Can I get to ask you a question now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dale's trivia question.
Okay. Oh.
This is actually one that I had during the season. So maybe we'll see if you were paying attention during the season.
Oh gosh, here we go. What's your question, Dale?
Who was the last Steelers player to lead the NFL in rushing?
The last Steelers player, Willie Parker.
No.
What?
No.
It wasn't Willie Parker in 2000.
Nope. He got hurt in the last game of the season. He was leading the league.
He was leading the league.
Got against the Rams. Got hurt.
All right, now I get some hints, Doug, on it. I gave you like 4 hints, man.
I'll tell you, he went to Virginia. You don't even have to ask for the.
Virginia. Foster?
No.
I'm trying to think. Bam Morris.
Strike 2.
You got
one other hint?
Yes, please. Hint? I need the era.
The era?
Yes.
That would be in the
year range.
Let's say pre-Chuck Noll.
Pre-Noll? Pre-Noll?
That narrows it down to about 40 years.
Right. John Henry Johnson.
Was not John Henry Johnson.
Frenchie Fuqua? No.
Bill Dudley.
Oh, Bill Dudley. I know that. My grandpa used to always talk about him and John Henry Johnson. I should have known that one. Sorry, Granddad, wherever you are. Love you very much.
I win.
Yeah, you
He
win.
loses.
Shush it. I gave you like legit 4 hits.
Millennials.
You put me in 40 years of irrelevant Steelers football.
Irrelevant. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, it's irrelevant. No one cares if it's like when the Eagles fans before this year were like, we have an NFL championship. Nobody cares.
I've actually interviewed Bill Dudley. So.
Oh, that's cool. That's great on your part. You're old. I'm letting you. I don't care about Pritsu. I mean, I'm saying it's great that they're athletes. Jack Butler, all them guys. But listen, man, like if you ain't in the Super Bowl era, that's out of my expertise. I can handle.
I'll come up with some Super Bowl era questions for you in the future about this. Something you might be able to answer.
You're very funny. But that was our little segment, Dale's trivia time, and going deep on Twitter. That was fun, Dale.
I win.
Yeah, whatever. I beat you in the pick segment this year, so that's how that
That's
went
undocumented.
Down. It really was though. I just made that. I have no idea what our records are. But there you have it. Thanks for listening to the Steelers Show, brought to you as always by Henny Jewelers. We'll be back next week, continue to talk. We'll have some more pick. Dale, you got a mock draft coming up this week.
There'll be another one coming out Friday.
There'll be another one coming out Friday. I'm gonna be featuring on Carter's Classroom a video segment of the player that you're picking. So if you want to be on and see who we're talking about, who the Steelers should take, stay tuned to DKPittsburghSports.com because we got it all coming at you. Also, Malik Jefferson's coming out this week. We have him on the website. Ronnie Harrison, we have film breakdowns on him as well, and a lot of great other stuff. I just released my top 6 inside linebackers for the Steelers to consider in the draft as part of DK Sports Radio. All this great content on this great website. Dale, always a pleasure working with you, man.
I win, you lose.
Oh, whatever. from Highmark Stadium, we are signing off.